Hello, good afternoon and welcome to today's vlog, Tuesday the 18th of August. Hope everybody is well. Couple of little things to start with today. I meant to do this yesterday and I completely forgot. Anyone on here who is on TikTok, and I know a few of you are, please follow Gary the Courier. He started putting some TikToks of his daily work up there, and I said I'd give him a shout, so yeah, please give him a follow and support his channel. The other thing I was going to touch on, patience. Now, I'm a very laid-back, patient person, sometimes to my own detriment. What I mean by patience when it comes to courier work is I think I've got a lot better at this regarding looking for work and taking work. I think when I started I was very guilty, certainly for the first sort of 6 months probably, of almost taking anything that was offered. That desire to get feedback, which we're told is so important, that desire to do as many jobs as possible, and also to earn as much money as possible. And I think I was definitely guilty of taking jobs that really made no sense at all. And I think in the last 6 months I've got a lot better now at waiting, now looking for the right job. It might be in terms of the shipper and their terms of payment. As you know, I don't do anything that's over 30 days. I've made that a rule. And again, that might be cutting my nose off to spite my face, but cash flow is important. And as I've said, all my problems with non-payment and delayed payment has come from shippers of 45 days. And of course, that is not to say that everyone is like that, but it's just my experience I've had. I've got more patient in taking loads that suit me. As I mentioned again, I don't like doing alcohol jobs, don't particularly like doing medical jobs. So I think I've become better at that. And with my less is more policy, for those that are new to the channel, I've tried to get away from doing jobs that are certainly over 150 miles, those 150, 200 miles, 250 mile jobs, which look great on paper and they might earn you a nice big figure of 250, 300 and more pounds, but because then you're further away from home and it's then getting that job back, and you can, in my own experience, start to come a little bit desperate because it's probably later in the daytime you've delivered and you think, I really need to get something on, I really need to get something back, I really need to get it off today because I want to have a fresh start in the morning. And my less is more policy is more shorter jobs, and I think that has also allowed me to be a little bit more patient and making sure I get the right things that suit. Doesn't always work by any means, and I'm sure tomorrow it will come crashing down and I'll be doing all sorts of rubbish and for absolutely no money. But there we go. Right, on to today. Yeah, it's been another good day. I started off yesterday, it was a little bit quiet yesterday afternoon looking for work, and ironically I spoke yesterday about fixed price work. Thank you Emma from the Courier Journals for her message this morning, and yes, she has been talking about fixed prices and she made some excellent points from a shipper's point of view, which yeah, I do agree with. Yeah, anyway, this one, it was a large van, 58 miles going from Malden in Essex to Watford, and the fixed price that the company was offering was £75. Not too bad. If I'm honest, if there wasn't a fixed price on it, I certainly would be offering or bidding £80. I think if we was in a busy time of year and there was lots of work about, I would probably go for 90. But I took the 75, and the reason I took the 75, the collection time was 7 AM. That suits me. I dropped my missus off at the station at 6:15, 20 past 6, and to get to this collection in Malden's about half an hour, 35 minutes away, so it sort of suited. Get one early and hopefully I could get to Watford for somewhere around about 9 o'clock. Anyway, I got on site at 6:55. They were just actually, a guy was just actually literally opening the gates as I pulled around the corner. I let him go in and he put the shutter up, and then when I saw him, it was one large air conditioning unit that had to be made to certain requirements. Wasn't awkward getting it in the van. It was quite wide, high, but at an angle we got it in. Got it all secured. I'm off site at 7:10. 9 o'clock was my hopeful time to get there, but we did get some problems on the M25. An articulated lorry had broken down in lane 2, so consequently they'd shut off 2 lanes somewhere between Waltham Abbey and Enfield. Caused a bit of a tailback, lost about 15-20 minutes I suppose. Got on site 9:15, got the piece off fairly quickly. It was a building site, but fortunately I rang the guy and he was literally standing 10 yards in front of me, so we sorted it out pretty quickly, and I was all off site for 9:30. Parked up around the corner. Again, there were some jobs around. I didn't again suit, probably too far to run, going into central London, going further west or further south. I played the waiting game and a job came up round about, when it came up at 9:50. I got the call to say I've got the job at 10:05, so a little bit of a wait, but not too bad. And that was a job from Waltham Cross going up to Ely in Cambridgeshire. Now Waltham Cross would be on my way home, so I don't really think I'm going out of my way to collect it. The only stipulation, it was an 11 o'clock booking, but it was going to take me half an hour to get there at least, so I didn't have a problem with that. I arrived on site at 10:50. It was a gated premises. They let me in, and then the guy said, look, we just finished packing, we'll be a few more minutes, and I was off and on my way at 11:05, so absolutely no complaints. That was a small van job, if I didn't mention it, sorry, 61 miles. I put a price of £60 on that. I thought that was okay, £1 a mile for the second job of the day. And Ely, Cambridgeshire, not the greatest area, but it's sort of taking me home-ish. So I'm happy with that, and it literally took bang on an hour. I pulled up at the premises at 12:05. I was off at 12:15. Starving hungry, in need of the toilet. Fortunately, I knew just down the road, a couple of minutes, was a nice big garden centre, and garden centres are good places to park up, good places to get a cup of coffee, and also toilet facilities. Wonderful. I had a break for about half an hour. I got my little fold-out chair out, sat outside. I didn't even look at the CX, to be honest. I like a little break, it just refreshes the mind. So yeah, I didn't look at anything till about 12:45. There were some jobs on there. Again, there was a few localist jobs, Cambridge to Huntingdon. There was a couple of jobs going down to Heathrow Airport, none of which really interested me. Then a job did come up at 12:50, and that was from Bury St Edmunds, about 20 minutes from where I was, going back down the A14 towards home, going to Tilbury. I had a funny feeling I had done this job before. It's one of the national shippers, one of their branch offices, and I'm pretty certain when the job came through, I thought I knew what it was, and I was spot on. It was just a transfer of hire goods from one place to another. So yeah, got down there for about 20 past 1. Off site at 1:35, and I'm on my way now. I'm just on the A14 heading towards Copdock at Ipswich, and then I'll go down the A12, down the A130 to the A13. Small van job, 87 miles. I put a price of £80 on that, just under £1 a mile, but it takes me back into Essex, and then from Tilbury I've got a journey home of just over an hour. I may get a fourth job. I don't think I probably will at 3 o'clock, and to be honest, I'm probably not going to be too bothered. It probably will be near 3:30 time I'm empty, so I'll call it a day. It's Tuesday, got darts tonight, so I want to go home and have a little rest before I take to the Ocky this evening. So 3 jobs again, 75, 60 and 80, a total of 215. Pretty much matches yesterday, which was 210. So overall, I'm pleased with that. again, it sort of works. I've been patient with my job selections. They're taking me round in a circle-ish. I don't think I'm doing excessive miles. I'm literally, when I get home today, I will be pretty much empty on tank of fuel. So yesterday 210, today 215, and a quick calculation, I'll fill the tank up, that'll be about £80 before that of fuel. So yeah, okay, I think that's fairly decent. I haven't got over the top daily expenses, so a good start to the week. Right, I'm going to leave it there. 10 minutes of your time I've taken up. I hope you've had a busy day, and we'll go again tomorrow. All the best. Cheers, Paul.